Hey there everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how to make, build, customize, and improve your Lego Ninjago Crystallized figures. Now there will be customs and things of the sort, and there will be old parts from, I guess, older sets being used, so just prepare for that, and let's get into our first figure. Getting into our first figure, I'll be honest with you guys, it was hard for me to go off and decide whether or not what sets to pick up from Crystallized. Now, I haven't picked up Nia's Samurai X-Mech yet, but I really wanted Wu, and another figure that you'll see in this video. I just didn't have the money to drop at the moment, so I decided I would make a custom. And as you guys can see here, it has got a lot of Chima pieces. This entire body is just the Dragon Master from 2018, with the Dragon Master mouthpiece from the hood. It has a Legacy Sensei Wu face with a Legacy Wu hat, which is just the sand tan color. I used the crystallized Sword of Fire along with a dragon hilt to make his dragon blade. And the dragon armor is two pieces. It is the Chima golden breastplate, and it is the mask up here. And then for the wings, because you know he has wings in the show, I put some gray clip attachments with the eagle wings from Legends of Chima, and I think this actually looks pretty good. And on to the next figure. So the first figure that we are actually going to upgrade is going to be General Ashura. Now, let's be honest, guys, she looks really lame. They really should have gave her a serpentine tail. So if Lego won't, why don't we? Now, there's a certain figure that has the perfect piece for this, and it is Legacy Pythor. The tail piece looks exactly like this. Now, the ab printing isn't the greatest thing to have for Ashura because it's not accurate. However, it is the closest piece other than the 2012 Pythor that we can get for this lady here. And I think it looks pretty good, all things considered. Once you get past that, that's a pack of abs. You could take it as it's just part of her little belt here that drops down, and it's just got some fancy printing, and it's just got some fancy little like designs and things. Spooky, evil, crystallized stuff. But yeah, and that's a pretty simple way to upgrade this figure. I think she looks a lot better afterwards. So yeah, pretty easy to do. On to the next one. So, the big bad himself, the Crystal King. So scary, I know. Now, this is his two-armed variant because I haven't purchased one of the bigger sets. I know, sue me. Yet, and I got this guy in the well, the Crystal King. That's just what it's called. I guess his mentor, the mentor set. And I gave him new armor. This is the armor that I guess you could say was the original stone armor, but in pearl gold. And he's just kind of chilling. He's hanging out here. However, something that annoyed me is the fact that they only gave him a pink katana, which I think is cool and all, but like you could have gave him his powers. Or if you want to be really special because it's cool, you could give him one of the crystal blades with a golden dragon hilt, because I could see him going off and wielding that in the show. Or you could give him a staff, kind of like the Oni had in Season 10. Now, this is made up of several pieces. As you guys can see here, you have a Technic pin, and it's just kind of slotted on there between a couple different parts. You have a tassel. I would take this apart, but apparently I made this out of one long staff. So, yeah. Oh, maybe not. Anyway, we have a clip piece with a minifigure hand in purple on there. We have a tassel piece from the 2018 Lloyd swords. And then we have this Technic piece, which is like what I would guess I would say a machine gun barrel with a, yeah, it's just slotted onto a black staff, kind of like the one that a upcoming minifigure will use. And I think he looks pretty sick with it, and that just gives him some more weapons to fight against the ninja and Garmadon with. So, if you guys are anything like me, you are not going to want to drop $200 at the drop of a hat. So, I'm going to show you guys how to build your own purple ninja, aka Lil Nelson. This is going to be based on his 2016 Skybound appearance. However, it could very well work just as good for the crystallized stuff. I guess if he was still back in his gi that he had made whenever he was in the hospital. Now, obviously, his leg is not broken, or his legs. I don't remember if he broke both or just one. But as you guys can see here, we're going to break down the figure now. So starting off, we have the short legs in dark blue or navy blue. We have a ghost torso from Possession 2015. Now, you don't have to use an old one. The new one works just as well, if not better, because it's cleaner. However, I wanted to show off the, I guess, worse option of the two because it still works really well. And I just gave it some yellow hands there. And underneath that, we have a collectible minifigures kid. I don't remember what his name was. I just called him the Acorn Kid because he had an acorn hat. It was from series 21, I believe. And I gave him a katana, mainly just because I thought he looked cute, and I thought he kind of looked like Lil Nelson. The brown eyebrows and the bubbly eyes, I guess, is what you need to know. And then you just slot the Legacy Ghost gi piece on top of that. And yeah, you got yourself a little mean, lean, fighting purple machine who falls on the ground and breaks his legs. Ah! So the last figure we are going to be making in today's video is Human Moro. Now, I'm a big Moro fan. I don't know if the fan base loves Moro as much as they used to. He's kind of forgot about nowadays, but he, back in the day, was one of the most popular villains in Ninjago. So we're going to get to this figure. As you guys can see here, we have a Hands of Time Lloyd set of legs. That's kind of an old piece, old print, but I'm pretty sure you can find that figure in a lot of sets. And if not, there's plenty of other pieces that came out recently that you could swap those in. The main important thing is that it's the olive green legs. And as you guys can see here, this is a Island Lloyd torso piece, just to kind of give him those. I really liked the green feathers or leaves up here. I kind of give him that that aesthetic, as well as the messy robes that Moro had from the show, and kind of give him this belt look. One thing I really liked is that how he had his little insignia down on his belt, and the robes and stuff kind of cross along and run down his legs. Just kind of gives me Moro vibes. His suit is very messy. I could imagine Moro not being part of the ninja team, but going off to be his own, to kind of be a rogue ninja, if you will. You know, he would just kind of come in and save the ninja whenever he felt like it. And as you guys can see here, he has the, I think those were introduced with the Legacy Skullkin. But yeah, it's just that armor piece. Underneath, he is literally just a modern coal head. Yes. And so, yeah, guys, underneath, it is just a modern coal head, which is definitely not hard to come by at all. And then to top it all off, it's just a Legacy Lloyd gi. So you just slide that on, and you can't really tell that it's a coal head. It's just got the kind of squinting eyes, and boom, you got a I would say a Legacy Moro, but it is a human Moro. So I think if you were to put just a generic not Skullkin, just a generic ghost face on this, it would work to be a Legacy possessed Lloyd. So I guess take that as you will. But anyway, I really like this guy. I could imagine him going off and fighting some baddies. I really wish that they would have brought him back in Crystallized, but since Lego won't do it, I will. I gave him a staff as his weapon of choice, just because he was trained by Master Wu, and I think a wind staff would have been an excellent golden weapon. That would have been really cool. Not only that, but I think it would be hard for someone like Moro to fight with a staff, a defensive weapon, that doesn't have like a blade or something crazy. But with one hand, he could use his wind powers, and with the other, he could just go kind of go off and, stop some attacks. I think that would be a neat thing. But better not ramble too long. And get to wrapping this up. So the next Ninjago minifigure that we are going to be upgrading is Golden Coal from Ninjago Crystallized. And as you guys can see here, we have just the standard Golden Coal figure. And this can really go for any version of Coal, you know, Master of the Mountain, Legacy, whatever that may be. Now, the thing about Coal is that he has lots of really cool weapons. And he never got an armor piece specifically just for him, other than the Master of the Mountain stuff, to really carry those weapons. Now, why don't we change that? I decided I would use some felt to go off and design my own little, basically, carrier thing for Coal. We will be using felt. Let's do it. Alrighty, everybody, so let's get at it. First thing we're going to do is take his head and helmet off. Then we're going to slide his armor off. We're going to take this, and I designed it to go around his, well, technically, I guess, our right, his left. And he's going to put his arm through right here. He can then wear his armor like this. It's kind of ugly, I'm not going to lie. So he can wear it like that. Except if we wanted to I guess tank it down a little more, we could get it to where it slides up underneath the armor piece. And then we could put his head on here, put his angry face, or whichever face you guys want. Really slide it on there. And he gets kind of this robe piece here. Go ahead and put his hair on. And our guy Cole can just slot his weapons in the back here. You know, both of his swords, if you would like. You can just kind of travel around. Now, the original idea was to go like this. So that way he wouldn't have to go off and just, you know, have weapons in his little loot crates in the Master of the Mountain game. He could just have his weapons at his side. But it also works because it doesn't have to stay at the side of his leg, even though you can move his legs back and forth with this, because you can also have things in his hands. So if you wanted to take his swords out and put something like his scythe back here, you could just go off and have it kind of laying down, just kind of chilling. It's kind of hanging on the ground, which is a little irritating. So maybe the scythe isn't the greatest thing to have in there, but we could put something like his hammer, just kind of chilling, also in the bag, just kind of hanging. But I honestly originally designed it just for these swords, mainly because I think they're really cool, and I wish that they weren't destroyed at the end of Master of the Mountain, but, you know, I guess we can't always get what we want. I think these should have became Cole's new main weapon. That would have been so cool to see. And so just like that, guys, that wraps up our figures here. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, smash the subscribe button if you'd like to see more content like that, as well as some of the Five Nights at Freddy's things that I post. I do all sorts of stuff on this channel, not just Ninjago, not just FNAF, not just Pokemon, not just Skylanders. I'm all over the place, so you'll never know my next move. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out, and bye-bye.